Hello my dear kids. So how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Right. Today we are going to start our third term Buddhism lessons. Okay? Right. Children, today we are going to learn about a little child. Okay? It is a story. Do you know what is that story? Right. The story of Sopaka. The story of Sopaka. Unit number 18. Okay. So, children, shall we start our lesson? Right. Okay, children. So, this is about a small child. Okay, in this story you will learn about a small child. Okay, now you all have to listen to me carefully and sit properly. Right. Once upon a time there was a boy named Sopaka. Okay, once upon a time there was a boy named Sopaka. His father died when he was only 7 years old. His mother married another man who was very cruel and unkind. Now, this stepfather always beat and scolded this small Sopaka. Right, Pute, what is the name of this boy, Putta? Yes, Sopaka. Now, this Sopaka's father died when he was only 7 years old. Right? His father died when he was only 7 years old. Okay, like you all Pute, he was also a small child, but his father died when he was only 7 years old. Right, Pute, do you know what happened after that? Now, his mother married another man who was very cruel and unkind. Right? His stepfather didn't care about him like his father. So this stepfather always beat and scolded this small Sopaka. In this picture, Pute, you can see how his stepfather beat and scolded our small Sopaka. Can you see small Sopaka's face Pute? Right. Okay. Now let's see what happened after that. One day, the stepfather thought this boy is a trouble because this small boy is not his son. He wanted to get rid of him. Pute, this stepfather was not a good person. He always beat our little Sopaka. Right? He was punished by his stepfather. Pute, one evening, the stepfather said, "Dear son, let's go for a walk." Right? The boy was surprised and thought, my stepfather never talked to me so kindly. So what did he do Pute? He happily went with him. Right? Now let's see, where did they go and what did he do to our little Sopaka? Okay, children. They walked to a cemetery where there were many rotting bodies, and the stepfather tied Sopaka to one of them, and he was left in a cemetery. Now this stepfather talked to our little Sopaka so kindly. So that's why he went with him. Now this stepfather was a cruel man. So what did he do today? This stepfather tied our little Sopaka into a rotting body. Right? In this picture you can see how little Sopaka tied into a rotting body, and he was left in a cemetery. Right? As the night became darker and darker, Sopaka's fear was increased. In the night, he was frightened by the dark because no one was there. He was left in a cemetery, and he was alone in the cemetery. The noises of the wolves, tigers, leopards, and other wild animals made him even more frightened. Okay, children, now this little Sopaka was crying because he was left in the cemetery, and there were a lot of wild animals. Right? He was frightened by the dark. He was crying so badly. The Gautama Buddha saw this with his divine eye. Right? What happened after that? The small boy saw a shining, noble-looking person with a bright light coming towards him, saying, "My son, don't cry. I am here to help you. So don't fear," the Buddha said. Now this little Sopaka was so happy because the Buddha came to help him. The Buddha brought him to the temple and gave food, clothes to wear. Right? Later, he was ordained as a monk. Right? After that, this small monk learned the Dhamma and attained Arahathood. Our Gautama Buddha helped our little Sopaka. Right? The Gautama Buddha has a great kindness. Right? And also the Gautama Buddha can see people who need help. Right? Our Gautama Buddha always helped the people who need help. So like that, our Gautama Buddha helped our little Sopaka. And also, the Buddha brought him to the temple and ordained him as a monk. Later, the small monk learned the Dhamma and attained Arahathood. Right. In this picture, you can see our little Sopaka ordained as a monk. So, we can address our little Sopaka as Sopaka Thero because now he was ordained as a monk. Right. Do you know Sopaka Thero was the only Thero who received the Upasampada at an early age. Right? He received the Upasampada at the age of 7. Right. So, he is the only Thero who received the Upasampada at an early age. So, Pute, keep that in your mind. Okay? Okay, kids. Now I am going to ask some questions from you. Okay? Right. Number 1. What was the name of this child? What was the name of this child? Yes? What is the name, Pute? Yes. Sopaka. Right? Sopaka. Number 2. How old was he when he lost his father? How old was he when he lost his father? Yes, what is the answer, Pute? Yes, 7 years old. Very good. Pute, he was 7 years old when he lost his father. Yes, that is the correct answer. Very good, children. Number 3. Where was he left in the night? Where was he left in the night? Yes, in a cemetery. Yes, that is the correct answer, Pute. In a cemetery. Very good, children. Right, Pute. Now you have an activity. Okay? You have to do this in your Buddhism writing book. Okay? Right. Pute, here you have to draw any incident that you like from the story and color it nicely. Okay? Draw any incident that you like from the story and color it nicely. Okay, children? Right. Okay, children. In this picture, you can see our Gautama Buddha. Pute, the Gautama Buddha helped all those who are in pain. And our Buddha always helped those who need help. So, my dear children, like our Gautama Buddha did, let us learn to help each other and be a good child.